I should continue recording. I stopped recording. My number is on here, on the chat box. So that if you have any questions, please give me a call and I'll be actually responding to you shortly. Now, a couple of rules for contestants to note. During the whole contest itself, you need to make sure that your webcam and audio is still functioning well. If you get disconnected, notify us immediately. Your speaking stage will be in your screen. Your speaking stage will be in your screen. For a comfortable part, you might want to consider standing up as well to make sure that you are actually enjoying the whole screen, or you can still sit down, but at least let us see half of your body to make sure that your hands are visible on the screen to do your body gesture and stuff like that. Now, there's additional tips that I have to say is that as a contest chair, if you have any protests in terms of timing, eligibility, and originality, talk with me or the chief judge will be responding to you shortly for that part. Now, any final questions before we draw our ballots? Is it clear so far?
I have a question.
Go on.
Sorry.
No,
regarding the chat, is this chat is only now shareable with this room, or is the chat who goes with all the whole conference or content?
No, this room, whatever the chat is here, will be stayed here.
Okay.
So the other people in the other rooms will not see it. So
because I saw it
including the chat, isn't it? Including the chat.
Yeah, so all the chat, basically the chat that you have been talking early on in the main room will be still in that chat room right now. But the thing is that anything that in the main chat room that other people are typing right now, I can't see it. So everything that's typed in this room will be perfectly and secret. So we have contestant HP that's actually doing a very nice demonstration right now, showing how a contestant works. Look at his screen over here. He's actually standing up and his gestures are very clear. His gestures, I can see his face. I can see his expressions, okay? So these are the things that we bear in mind while we are doing it, okay? So after which we will announce, so for the international contestants, these are the names. Is there anyone who still joined for the international contestant? Because yes, trust me, there are people who still want to join at the last minute. So we have to remind them. Any other contestant? 3, 2, 1. The entry is closed, so we'll be drawing the ballots. Continue on, drawing different ballots. Voila, finish. And now, everyone, assuming that you have finished drawing, oh, one more thing, thank you, Robin, for reminding me. We also need to let you know that our timer for today, our designated timer will be Robin. So look at Robin and start to view her, pin at her, okay? So remember the pinning part, tap twice, or like I like you, I'll just tap you twice gently, okay? That's how it goes. So pin video will be that situation. At green, 5 minutes, at green, 6 minutes, at yellow, 7 minutes, at red. So I'll also say about the timing signals. So any other questions? I think I covered all before I move to the judge because I'm bouncing around now. So for our contest chair, Helena, please continue chatting with them. I know you've been to my training before. Come on.
Yes. Yeah, but I don't have all the full. It's a nice conversation, but I don't have all the answers. But.
No, help me with them, okay? Help me with them.
Okay.
The question is, will we get the slides in this recording, and how will we do it since we didn't give you our emails?
You will have these slides on 2 ways. Basically, you will see the video I'll be putting on my YouTube channel. And then you can just click or add me on Facebook. I'll put the link out, or I'll put the link in the international
Facebook
forum,
event,
whereby people will queue me for sharing videos. That will be happening. Just saying. I hope that this will be helpful for everyone so far. Now, everyone clear about how the flow goes while we wait our distinguished judges that will be joining our room later on. Okay. So everyone, please enjoy your time. Chat. I will go to the judges' room to do a quick briefing. Thank you very much.
Robin, could you?
3 and then either email that or WhatsApp. But to me, if you photograph it and you send it, you've killed 2 birds with 1 stone because they've got the results, plus they've got the form that says it's been signed.
Hello.
I think Aaron wants to talk.
No, I'm just saying hi, everyone. I'm just coming back. I just trained the contestants just now. So they have drawn their ballots, and the ballots will be 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is what I would do as a Zoom master, passing this information to you guys so that you guys can. Okay, so for the judges, this is how I would demonstrate how I become a chief judge. Okay, so so if I'm acting as a chief judge, welcome to this judge room all of you are selected distinguished judges to make the best impressions, to select the best contestants that will represent our area. Now, in the Chief Judge, we will kindly remind you, everyone, that please judge the contestant based on today's performance, not the way that you've seen them before or not the way that you heard them. Just judge them based on their today's performance. We also have to kindly remind you that you should have 4 pieces of paper, the 4 ballot forms for 4 different contests. If you don't, please WhatsApp me in my WhatsApp group. I will actually give you that copy, okay? I repeat, if you do not have the ballot forms, let me know. I will send you that copy. Now, along the Chief Judge rules itself, remember that you will only handle any protest today based on 2 elements. 1, originality. 2, the eligibility. In contest exception, there's one more element that a Chief Judge like me will also ask you for feedbacks or some open suggestions. If the member is disconnected due to technical failure, would we be extending the 30 seconds for them? Will we be extending for them? So it's up to the judges and me to decide whether we will allow that extension for 30 seconds. Okay, and we also have to make sure that when you actually send us the ballots, there will be our ballot counter, any ballot counter here. Okay, we have a ballot counter, which is Grace. Grace, please open your webcam and say hi, or wave yourself, yeah, something like that. And our Grace will be handling your ballots. Please private message your ballots after each contest. The first 3 answers. I've assigned previously my tie-breaking judge already. So do not worry if you have not received any messages, you are not a tie-breaking judge. Okay. So please pass it to Grace for your results, and Grace will help me tally all the results and send it to me as a Chief Judge. I'm acting as a Chief Judge, just pretending to be. Okay. Any questions so far? Is it okay?
Do we have any form that you can easily give you our judge result?
We will actually, like WhatsApp, we will actually send you the form. If you feel difficulty of receiving that form from us, we will actually send you the PDF link from TI. So you can go to Toastmasters International, download it directly. Because all of us, we are doing electronic format. We can't say, look, I'm a judge, and I say, oh, Aaron, where do you live? I'm living in 1 hour away from you. I'm not going to give you the real copy there, right? I'm going to pass you that electronic copy via a offline communication tool. So in here, you should, and remember one more thing that you need to know is that we do not give the ballots openly in this room. Okay, we do not give our top 3 contestants answers in this room. We only give it privately to the ballot counter. How do we do it privately? Click on the chat button. You should see to everyone. To everyone, click on it, and you should find our ballot Grace with the letter B at the start. You can scroll it down. You should see ballot _ Grace. Click on her and then type your top 3 contestants. Everyone clear so far?
However, the PDF cannot edit. PDF file cannot edit. Do you know what I mean?
I know. If the PDF file cannot edit, there are 2 ways. Let me tell you one simple way to do so. Print screen. Go to Paint. Draw on it. Simple. This is one way. 2 way, if you are using your mobile phone, screenshot. Use the Edit button for photo editor. Scroll on that. Full stop. Does that answer your question?
But
the
mobile phone cannot see some, such as some function cannot use, such as
no, you can do print screen.
Cheat.
Screenshot the whole ballot and then edit it by drawing on it. It's not that easy. Try it. It's the easy. This is I think most of us, when I'm talking this, you understand, right? Give me a thumbs up if you do understand. Just look at how many people understand this. Okay, you can ask them for help though. But then today I'm not focusing on editing really minor stuff. This is the very basic.
Thank you anyway.
I apologize for that. But yeah, but you can actually do the edit part. Or if you are worried so much, have a printer, print it out. Okay, if you have a printer, print it out, draw on it, or write the top 3, sign it, write the name, take the picture with your phone, send it to WhatsApp. I just speed up the whole process for you. I hope that gives you some ideas on how to do so. Very practical tips. Yeah, so basically now all the judges have been trained. Any questions? If not, then I'll move the judges to the contest room. Okay?
Thank you. What happens if you accidentally leave this room?
I will see you leaving the room, and then I will go and save you as a Zoom master.
Sorry, Aaron. You say only the Zoom master is the one looking out for those people who left.
And co-hosts.
Co-hosts.
Yes,
So
the co-hosts will also see it as well. Okay. So now I'm going to move everyone to the contest room just to see how it goes. Because judges, okay, one more reminder for all the judges. Before I move you to the other room, there's only one request. And this request is a reminder for everyone. Please switch off your webcam. Okay. Right? Remember the tip that I told everyone? We do not want them to see you. Everyone knows it. Move it. Now I'm going to move everyone there.
Secret name too, right?
Yeah, you can change your secret name if you want to. It's still fine. I'm just doing a stimulation, and I don't have time.
I got it. Thank you so much.
I'm just giving everyone, like, you should see only on the instructions. There's only one button there, right? Like saying that the Zoom master requests you to move to the room. Sorry. Oh, this is a challenge to do everything from 4 hours to 1.5. Sorry about not answering your question fully. I apologize. Sometimes I should do a tutorial for specific stuff too. Thank you for giving me an improvement point in my workshop.
So I think in addition to switching off the video, we also need to have a profile picture that does not identify us.
Yes, I will actually say in the other room later on. This is actually a point I'm actually reserving it, okay? I'm actually reserving so that everyone knows what happens. So you should see some notification telling you to move to different rooms. Now, hi everyone for staying here. So we have our SAAs, our Sergeant Arms waiting here very patiently. We also have our Division 67 Director, Celia, coming by. You are actually in the other room because you're putting yourself as an SAA. So I'm actually letting you experience that you're watching other people on top. So now there's one question, actually. I'm actually reserving this question for our judges for a reminder. Remember, in this room, you're not supposed to switch on your webcam. But what happens if you are some judges, like Susan, which put a very lovely face in her profile picture, that even if you switch off your webcam, you can still see the picture. Please remember to sign out from your Zoom account before joining in. This is actually a point whereby I purposely leave until this moment whereby I want to remind every single one of you, if you are a judge, do not use a profile picture like this. Okay, we know who you are. It's literally the same as you are showing your webcam. So next time, change your photograph to something blank, which is okay. Or you can actually go to your Zoom account and rename, throw away your picture just for that contest, please. I know you love your picture. I appreciate your beautiful smiles and your lovely face. But the thing is that in contests, we want to keep it anonymous, okay? I'm so sorry. Don't delete it. You can actually upload it later on, okay? We love you on that part. Yeah, so now I should have given you the stimulation that you did. So as a contest MC, I would say, welcome to Area H1 contest. My name is Aaron. I'm your contest MC for today. Thank you for so much. Before we begin, I would like to ask the contestant, can you see our lovely timer? For today, our timer, there are 2 timers. The only timer that you'll be looking at right now is Kim, who has actually set herself as the timer. So if you see her timer, give me a thumbs up if you are a contestant. Okay, so I'm seeing, just imagine that you are a contestant, just see it, and after which, thank you very much for confirmation. Now, may I announce that H1 contest begins. Now, contest rules apply, blah, 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 the standard contest MCs, okay? I do not have too much time because I have another training to go for. But the thing is that I'm just speeding things up, that the standard rule applies. Your stage, if you have protest to the contest chair or the chief judge, remember the sequence that we have drawn the ballots just now? The ballots will be shown in the chat box. So the first contestant, or just reminder, this is the ballot that we have drawn just now. For reference, not this one, this one. So everyone can see the sequence. So for our lovely distinguished judges, this is a sequence for today. Please write it down in your ballot forms. Okay, just leave it down. Fu Mei Chen, second, Jan, third, Susie, fourth, HP. So this is your sequence for your ballots. So remember that for timers and ballot counters, please also take that note. So now the contest is about to begin. Is our SAA ready? And then you say yes. And then after which, is the chief judge ready to confirm all the judges are in the room? You say yes. If no, then say one of our judges are not in the room. Let me know, and then I'll actually have to fix that. Okay. So and after which, is the timer ready? Yes. And then if there are audience, then we say, are the audience ready? And then the audience say yes, the contest officially begins. May I invite the first contestants? Now, before even continue on, I will have to remind everyone, please, only the timers, the contest MC, and the chief judge can open their webcam, obviously with the contestants. So let's help the contestant to have a smooth flow, okay, for today. So may I welcome the first contestant, contestant number 1, Fu Mei Chen. Your speech, Fu Mei Chen. Okay, and after which, continue. Same thing, and after which, 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Fast forward, contestant number 2, times, etc. Okay, and finally, for Fu Mei Chen, just this is a tiny point. Like for Fu Mei Chen, before I even introduce her, can you see your timer? Our timer, Kim, is actually in the screen. If you can see it, give me a thumbs up. Okay, you cannot see the timer. So are you seeing the speaker view? You can see me as a big picture, right? Okay, so on the top right-hand corner, when you should see 5 little squares of different people. Beside it, there is 9 little squares that is called the gallery view. Click on it and you see our lovely timer that's waiting for you in this room. Are you using a mobile phone or are you using a laptop? So this is the responsibility of the MC, just letting you know. We have to also solve the technical difficulty. I'm stimulating for you all, to let you guys know. Please unmute yourself because I can't hear you.
I can see the timer. Who is the timer?
Timer is Kim, K-Y-M.
Oh.
Yes, you can see? Give me a thumbs up.
Yes.
Thank you. So now the contestant number 1, Fu Mei Chen, your speech, Fu Mei Chen. Blah, blah. Same thing. Contestant number 2, confirming whether you can see the timer. Yes, move on. Contestant number 3, whether you can see the timer, move on. Finally, at the end, 1 minute of silence. We will have the minute of silence until the judges are fully into the judges' room. Okay, please, Zoom master, please move the judges and chief judge, including ballot counters, to the judges' room. The judges should know your room, right? That room that you have just been there. Okay, so voila, same thing for international, humorous, telltales, etc. The only difference for the contestant for table topics is that you have another additional room. Okay, another additional room for called the holding room or the waiting room, that you can escort them back into this room. So I hope everyone enjoys this stimulation so far. I'll welcome for questions. Let's move back to the main room, shall we? I'll move everyone. So what I would do for evaluation is that 5 minutes of prep time. Can everyone see the pop-up bubble?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So this is whereby we coordinate with the people in the other room. Okay, in the other room. We use something called the broadcast message. The Zoom master can do so. Now, what do you see?
1 minute of silence.
1 minute of silence.
And then what do you see next? Oh, wait, I haven't typed yet. What do you see?
May I invite the second speaker?
Yeah, same thing. This is what we do for the broadcast to notify that contestants, please be ready. We'll be moving you back to the room. Come by, be prepared, okay? Now I'm going to move everyone back to the main room, so I'll close all the rooms. And please follow the instruction on the screen. Hello, thank you very much for yours, and thank you. Hello, Sue, you have been sharing your screen. So let me override you for a bit. So yeah, thank you very much. I will fix the problem. That's what the Zoom master will be doing, just letting you know. So thank you very much for staying with us for 1.5 hours. 1 hour and 45 minutes of intensive contest facilitation. I hope everyone by now, you should be confident at the very least, or you should know something about organizing your own contest, okay? I'm so sorry that I have to keep within 100 people for best experience. Otherwise, imagine 500 people, Zoom master, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That takes around 10 minutes. Yeah. Don't do that. I did that for region 10 last time. That's crazy. Yeah, but I hope that you guys can, now is the time I give everyone 5 minutes to ask your question before I move to the next room. I'm so sorry that my time is so limited today. I'm doing training 24 hours 7 now, like literally until 6 a.m. for different time zones. I'm fully booked, but yeah. So any questions so far? We have Chief Judge, our team. Remember that you are our question master. Now, can you help me can you unmute yourself and then let us hear what are the common questions that we consolidate?
Sure. So I have one here from Chief Judge / Contest Chair. How do you prevent streaming from audience who are members of the club to their contestant to other contestants' responses for table topics and evaluation?
This is a good question. To reduce that possibility for me, I literally don't welcome any audience who are not contestants. Does that answer your question? Very simple. We are just limiting it. If you have an audience, if you still want to have an audience, literally there's nothing that you can prevent. The more people you have in this room, the more risk you have.
I have another question from Jen. Would it be best practice for a speaker to use phone audio versus computer audio in case of webcam drop?
For that situation question, when you hear or when you see that the webcam is dropping, it means that the Wi-Fi system for your laptop is not working. So my backup plan immediately is to use my mobile phone. There are 2 options. One, I will use my mobile phone, change that. Anyone know what is called a mobile hotspot?
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you do know. I just need to see whether people do really know about this. Okay, if you don't know about it, just for the sake of people who don't know, mobile hotspot is like a free Wi-Fi to share with something else. So I can share my Wi-Fi with my mobile phone to that laptop, and so that I can continue on smoothly. This is a separate Wi-Fi in case people are glitching your Wi-Fi. One question is that sometimes my mom likes to watch Korean movies, and that takes a longer bandwidth. And my sister playing a lot of computer games, and that takes a lot of bandwidth. Be prepared, okay? Be prepared and have your phone ready at all costs, okay? Yeah, I hope that answers your question. I'll prefer to have a mobile Wi-Fi to share it, or I will use my phone as audio and then my laptop as my video.
A question from Chief Judge Hannah. How do you capture eye contact?
This is contestant tip, so next time Friday, see it, okay? Eye contact. Eye contact tip number 1, look at the camera and be friends with the camera. Okay, look at the camera, practice it for at least 5 seconds, looking at it and not looking at the screen below it. Okay, there's a difference between looking at the camera and looking at the screen. If you look at the screen, people see that you're looking at something like your script. But if you're looking at the screen, like I'm looking at you right now, this is actually building the eye contact because your camera is the soul to the world, literally in here. So look at the camera clearly, like Robin is not looking at the camera, just testing. We have Maury trying his best. We have Kim doing a perfectly nice little eye contact, and I feel so touched and connected right now. And we see that Kwong actually doing funny eye contact gestures. So yeah, don't do that. I can't do that literally. I was like, oh, how am I supposed to do that? Yeah, so we have other people looking at the camera. That is how we build the eye connection online. So that's give an edge to people who do not like to stand on the stage, Like, look at the left-hand side, look at the center, look at the right. You do not need to, you do not have neck pains, okay, for online content. You just need to look at your camera for that. Okay, summary for that. Next.
Okay. From Chief Judge Hisham, who switches the timers when one disconnects?
What again?
When one timer disconnects, who switches the timers?
The timer themselves switch on themselves. So, but then I will actually, as a contest chair, will remind the timer, we have the first timer disconnected. Please switch on your webcam right now. We remind them.
Okay.
Yes.
And from Chief Judge,
we can actually even ask them to switch on the webcam by requesting them to switch on. Let's say, for example, Chief Judge, I'm going to switch off the webcam for a bit. You are switched off, right? You are forced to switch off, right? Now I'm going to ask you to switch on. What do you see?
Pop up.
Yes, a pop up saying that I'm asking you to start the video. Okay, that is how we do.
Okay. And from Chief Judge Alicia, how many breakout rooms can you have in Zoom?
Yeah, just a little reminder, if you're using Zoom free account, you do not have that function. So highly request you to talk with district to think about some investments in Zoom, because it's actually pretty cheap for that. $14.99 for 1 month or so, or 2 months, just to deal with the coronavirus should be okay. Now, Zoom breakout rooms, you can create up to like 20, 30, 40, it's up to you. But the thing is that if you have 40 rooms as a Zoom master, I was like, what are the other 37 rooms for? Like you don't do that. You don't want to confuse yourself. Like, I have one missing person that I clicked wrongly, and then I discovered that in room 36. What happened? What would you do if you were that person? Literally, like, why am I isolated? Where is this race? Yeah, don't do too much rooms. You just stick to 4, a minimum 5, a maximum 5. 5 is for emergency. I didn't mention about emergency because there will be people who cannot go into specific rooms. We'll have to deal with that with an emergency room. Yes.
Okay, next question. How can we know that in the evaluation contest, contestants will be using one paper to write on?
Yeah, nice question. So basically, they will hold on a piece of paper, hold on a piece of paper, and then write in front of me. So the essay will see it, and then literally it's just like writing on it. Remember that the contestant can ask for more evaluation notes, right? You can ask for one more. You can print out one more piece of paper just for yourself. You can do that. Although we give them minimum 1.
Okay, next question for judges' anonymity. Wouldn't the name disclose the identity? People might look at the name before we change it.
That's why we separate the room before they enter. So basically, the chief judge and the judges will brief in the separate room. Brief very clearly, do not switch on webcam, change your name before you enter the room, brief them correctly, and then before they enter the real run. So some judges, no, some contest chair will actually ask the judges to come in earlier before the contestants so that they can rename before they're shifted to judges. It's up to you. Any best practice will be fine for here.
Okay, next question. Can you use the Zoom chat file feature to send the ballots to the counters?
Yes, you can. That saves the trouble as well. Yes. But the thing is that there's only one downside. If you upgrade to the latest version, you can do the file share. But what happens if the others don't? Yeah, just saying.
Okay. Next question. When contestants are interviewed in the room, who will be able to see the interview?
The other contest facilitators. the other contest facilitator that's in the room. Okay.
Okay. Must you be a host or admin to be a Zoom master?
You need to have the account. You need to have the ownership, like the account password and the account login address. You just need those 2 elements. You can give it to anyone that you trust to become the Zoom master.
Okay.
I give 2 more final questions though. 2 more because I need to rush.
Okay. Can a person be assigned to several rooms at the same time?
Like one person split into 3?
Yes.
No, there's only one person. That person will just gets 1 room at a time. Yes.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please. Before I run away.
Yeah. How about the table topics? Now, probably there will be audience from the same area of the contestant, And the
Okay.
contestants
Can you
are in
speak
the waiting
louder?
room.
I can't hear you. You put your one technique for people to hear you clearly is to put your mouth near your microphone so that hi everyone, hello. So that helps.
Hi everyone. Is it okay now?
Yeah. Okay. Continue.
Yeah. In table topics, now contestants are in the silent room, but maybe few of their club members or they are in the main contest room. So is it possibility that they might be there on the camera where we can see that the topics are not shared to them?
So the table topics, how it goes is that we actually do a private message to that contestant for table topics and also share the screen, or even say it depends on you. You can choose 1 or 2 out of the 3. My practice, I say the room, I say something, and then after which I will type in the private message so that in case you cannot hear me properly, in case I get lagged out. Okay, in case I get lagged out. So basically the next thing is private message will be safe. Okay. So the people, if the contestant have finished it, and then basically the next thing is that the other contestant comes in. If you are the contestant, would you be that foolish enough to tell the contestant that I'm going to tell you the contest topic? You won't, literally. So you don't need to worry about cheating and stuff. There's less possibility for that. Hope that answers your question. I got a District 67 trying to chase me for the next workshop already. So give me one more. I'm going to give one more last question for anyone. But then all your questions will be answered. Just message me on Facebook, add me on Facebook. I will answer your question. Okay. Just for information for you to find me on Facebook is this. Oh, I would die. Thank you very much from Lisa to come in and try to drag me away. Yes.
Thank you, Aaron.
You're welcome. One more last question. Chief Judge, please. Chief Judge Tim, give me one last question.
Okay, last question. Can you create groups before the day of the contest to save time?
Yes, you can. But the thing is that if I want to create a room first, I might want to do a trial run beforehand too. I might want to do the briefing for the judges first before they are actually on that day. They'll actually save some time. Thank you everyone for your time today. I have a schedule to catch up, so that's why I'm hardly being catched by anyone. So thank you very much for your time. I will do another training on Friday for contestants. Stay tuned and just check the International Toastmaster Forum. There is my workshop on contestants. How do you excel for it? Now I'm going to do the Mandarin one non-stop for the next 2 hours. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you very much for that. Oh, let's take a quick photo before we go.
Thank you. Bye.
Take a quick photo if you want to. Give me a thumbs up and see anyone who wants to take a picture, share with me, show that I am worth the time, okay, at the very least, hopefully. I hope everyone feel comfortable now. Tell it to your other district directors. Remember to credit me, please, please. I do spend my time and efforts just to come up with those stuff for you. Make sure that you tell it, train your other members and the contest facilitators. Okay, done. Very much, I will just go away. Take care, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm so sorry,
Thanks.
I'm so
Bye,
short
guys.
of time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.